Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we take a deep and fascinating look at one of the most famous and historically important American coins, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny. This coin comes from a very special time in world history, World War II, and it tells an amazing story about how even small, everyday objects were influenced by global events. The 1944 1-cent coin features the well-known portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, a design that has been used since 1909. Lincoln's image represents unity, strength, and sacrifice, making it especially meaningful on a coin produced during wartime. On the back of the coin, you will see the classic wheat ears design, which was used from 1909 to 1958. This design symbolizes growth, prosperity, and America's agricultural strength. The words 1 cent and United States of America are placed between the two wheat ears, making this one of the most loved designs in U.S. coin history. In this video, we explain why the 1944 penny is so special. Just 1 year earlier, in 1943, pennies were made of steel to save copper for the war. In 1944, the U.S. Mint returned to using copper-based metal, much of it recycled from military shell casings. This makes the 1944 penny a powerful symbol of America's wartime effort. We also talk about the material, weight, size, and overall feel of the 1944 cent, and how it compares to the 1943 steel cent and other wheat pennies. You will learn about the different mints that produced the 1944 penny, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and how to identify each one by its mint mark. In this video, we show close-up views of the coin so you can clearly see the details in Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, and the wheat ears on the back. We also explain how many 1944 pennies were made, and why they are still very common today, even though they are more than 80 years old. Even though most 1944 pennies are not rare, we discuss what makes some examples more valuable than others, especially based on condition, shine, and preservation. You will learn the difference between circulated, uncirculated, and high-grade collector coins, explained in a simple and easy way. We also talk about one of the most famous and valuable mistakes in U.S. coin history, the rare 1944 steel penny, which was accidentally made using leftover steel blanks from 1943, and is extremely valuable today. This video explains how to check whether your 1944 penny is copper or steel and what that could mean. We also give practical tips on how to store and protect your old coins so they don't get damaged by moisture, fingerprints, or cleaning. This video is perfect for beginners who want to start collecting old U.S. coins, because the 1944 wheat penny is affordable, historic, and easy to find. We also talk about what life was like in America in 1944, and how coins like this. One of the most amazing things about the 1944 penny is that it connects everyday life with one of the biggest events in human history, World War II. Even though this coin was only worth 1 cent, it was part of a massive national effort where every resource mattered. The return to copper in 1944 gave the penny its familiar warm color again after the strange-looking steel pennies of 1943. Many people at the time were happy to see the normal, copper-colored penny return to their pockets. In this video, we also explain how the U.S. Mint collected and reused metal from military sources to make these coins. This makes the 1944 penny not just a coin, but a recycled piece of history. Collectors often enjoy searching through old jars and boxes of coins hoping to find a beautiful 1944 wheat penny. Some people even find them in circulation today, which makes the hobby exciting and full of surprises. We also talk about the small differences between pennies made at different mints and how careful collectors Learn to spot them. The tiny mint mark under the date can tell a big story about where the coin was made. We explain how the quality of the strike can change how sharp Lincoln's face and the wheat ears look. Some coins show every detail clearly, while others look a bit softer because of how they were struck. We also discuss how time affects coins, including toning, darkening, and natural aging of copper. Many collectors actually enjoy the beautiful colors that old copper coins develop over time. In the video, we also talk about coin albums, holders, and other ways people organize and protect their collections. We explain why touching old coins with bare fingers is not a good idea and how fingerprints can damage the surface. Another interesting topic is how children in the past used to collect wheat pennies from change and trade them with friends. For many people, wheat pennies were the beginning of a lifelong hobby. We also compare the 1944 penny to later Lincoln Memorial pennies and show how the design of U.S. cents changed over time. The wheat penny design is often remembered as more classic and artistic. We also talk about how historians and museums use everyday objects like coins to understand the past. A simple penny can tell us a lot about technology, economy, and life in a different era. The 1944 penny is a perfect example of how even common objects can become important historical witnesses.